but it's a wet start to the day here. Now through Thursday, the weather front does move away, so we'll see some sunshine following to the northwest with just a few isolated afternoon showers, an improving weather picture, whereas for northern England, Wales and southwest England, outbreaks of rain will be moving in during Thursday, and again there could be a few heavier bursts mixed in. To the east of the front, it's still quite warm with some sunny spells across the Midlands, East Anglia and South East England. Behind the front, temperatures drop a bit and it will certainly feel a fair bit fresher. Now Thursday night, the weather front loses some of its strength. The rain becomes a bit lighter and patchy as it moves across the Midlands and central southern England. By the time it reaches East Anglia in the southeast on Friday, initially quite weak, it looks like the weather front's actually going to get a bit stronger, so the rain turns heavier for a time across East Anglia and southeast England. Away from that though, a decent day, sunny spells and again just a few showers into the northwest. Now taking a look at the weather charts into the weekend and beyond, another weather front dives its way southwards, and behind that we get cooler and fresher air, so some fairly brisk winds around next week and certainly plenty of showers too. But that said, the weekend not looking too bad, although there'll be some showers, it's still on the mild side. It's Monday onwards that we see those strengthening winds and quite a big drop in temperatures. Goodbye.
Hello, I'm Christian Fraser. You're watching The Context on BBC News. The war will go on. Vladimir Putin has called up the reservists and warns Russia will defend the territory that's taken from Ukraine with nuclear weapons if necessary. Since the draft was announced, over 1,000 anti-war protesters have been arrested in Russia. Not so much the art of the deal as the art of the steal, says New York's Attorney General. She's suing Donald Trump and his children for $250 million over alleged fraud that netted the Trump Organization millions in profit. And the furious protests in Iran following the death in police custody of a woman arrested for not wearing the hijab appropriately. Tonight, with The Context from Rome, the former foreign policy advisor to the EU, Natalie Tocci, and from Chevy Chase, Maryland, Joel Rubin, who served in the Obama administration as assistant to the Secretary of State. Hello, a very warm welcome to the programme. In a significant escalation of the war in Ukraine, Vladimir Putin has ordered the partial mobilisation of the reservists. 300,000 Russians with military experience will be sent in to defend those parts of Ukraine that Russia still occupies. In a much anticipated address to the nation, the Russian president said he was ready to use all means at his disposal, including nuclear weapons, to defend the territorial integrity of Russian-occupied land. It follows a string of embarrassing defeats in eastern Ukraine, where the Russians have lost over 1,000 square miles of territory that they captured. Most significantly in the north around Kharkiv, but also now in the south around Kherson, the only city they fully control. The Russians intend to hold a referendum this weekend in 4 partly occupied regions of southern and western Ukraine. The regions of Donetsk, Luhansk, Zaporizhzhia and Kherson will then be annexed as part of Russia, which will give Putin, in his own mind at least, the pretext to claim an attack on them is an attack on Russia itself. Here's what he said.
To defend our motherland